Who's Your Brand? This is a channel where we talk about random and sometimes deep thoughts we have while we're driving. It's almost 16 o'clock here Central Time. And here's a thought that I had. So I'm on the way to a happy hour at a place I don't work, which is kind of weird. It's actually hosted at the place that I don't work. And a thought that I had was I'm having a conversation with a person and they're kind of getting to know me a little more. And they ask something along the lines that kind of gets me to think about why we do things. So maybe they ask me, why are you an entrepreneur? Why do you do freelance web development? And I could say, it's because I want to for these reasons. And that's exactly what it was. This question gets brought up here and there, and it's about why I don't drink. And I ran through a hypothetical about asking a person much older than me, let's say they're 45, 50 years old, if they think they can stop drinking. And I think generally after age 30, a lot of your habits are kind of ingrained, unless some life event happens to you, such as you get into a car accident because you were drinking and driving. And so now this got me thinking, like, these people who generally say, oh no, I could never stop drinking, I've been doing it forever. And if I asked if they could stop, they'd say, yeah, exactly, probably not. Well, I could bring up the counter argument. What if your child got severely intoxicated and killed someone? And they went to jail for a year, prison for a year, they were good, they behaved well, they followed the rules, and then they got out a few years early, let's say. They paid their dues for a year. Now, you probably don't want your child drinking again. So you probably want your child to stop. And if your child has a hard time stopping, an amazing motivator is if other people are doing it with them, especially their parents, if you have a good relationship. So in that instance, you could definitely stop drinking. Now, a lot of people then, and this is why I started recording, a lot of people might say, well, that's kind of a one-off event. That event kind of happened naturally, and that's why it might start beginning the process of not drinking anymore. And to that I say it's no more natural than kind of deciding one day to just stop. At the end of the day, if you go from drinking every day, or once a week, whatever, to completely not drinking, there's obviously a million reasons why to do it, but at the end of the day, you're not drinking anymore. So you go from 0 to 1, and however you get there, it doesn't matter. The end result is the same. And by either... so I guess what I'm trying to say is, you forcing yourself, or you imposing a strict rule, or you kind of just, quitting cold turkey, whatever it is, that's no more unnatural than something crazy happening, like your child gets in a vehicular homicide case because of drinking. So it might seem unnatural, and I guess you have to define natural. But either way, either of those cases, the cold turkey versus severe life event, those are pretty unnatural. And so you could argue, you could argue that you can pretty much create any reason to go from 0 to 1. Of course, some will be stronger than others, but again, my point is, nothing in this world is really that natural. The only binder to that holds an event and the attribute of being natural is that it already happened. That's just my thought. I just wanted to say that, get it on video, see how it sounds. Peace.